Hey y'all, welcome back. Today we are going to go on a hunt for some items. We are so close to finishing off this synthesis grind, and I want to get my Ultima weapon and be done with that part of the game. Mainly we are in need of dark matter, and we are going to go around the world and find a few of the remaining ones in treasure chests. Then we are going to craft the last ones we need, and then we're going to make our Ultima weapon. After that, I'm going to go on a combat spree a bit. We're going to finish off some Hades stuff, maybe fight a couple of the special bosses, and just generally start wrapping things up. We are exceptionally close to the end of this game. We maybe have 4 hours tops before everything's complete, and we're just left to move on. That's not counting our beginner game that we're going to play through, but that will be its own video. I've already done that run through. It took me about 5.5–6 hours to do the speedrun, and I feel pretty good about it. Just a little preview: when you are speeding through the game and you don't have your stats up, Chernobog specifically, at the end of the world, hoo boy, there are some fights that can be a lot more challenging at different levels of power. But that's for later. Right now, we gotta go find ourselves a dark matter. And the one we're looking for is in the waterway, so we're just taking a quick, gallop through this area, finding what we can find that Thundaga G. And then, after you come into the main area, you take that bubble into the second area, and you can freeze this one. And from there, I'm able to jump up, and this is where we find our next dark matter. Alright, we got a couple more to go. They're scattered across the universe, so let's make our way to the next world, which is conveniently the end of the world. We fight our way through the behemoths and all of that jazz, and we get to that big crevasse, and then jumping into that is where we'll find our next dark matter. And that should do it for the end of the world. I don't know that there are more dark matters to find, so we decide that we are going to make some orichalcum and then start farming the last dark matter that we need. And by make orichalcum, what I mean is we're going to throw capitalism at the problem. We have a lot of money, and these ducks over here sell orichalcum for 5k a pop. So, I need 3. Oop. And with that done, we make our way back to the synthesizer. We make what we can. We still are a dark matter short. I believe we are close to being able to make it. Yeah, we just need some lucid shards. So now, we're going to go farm those shards. And the best way to do that is to do this Bazaar room. You just get a whole bunch of them off the tiny shadows, because shadows drop lucid shards. So all you gotta do is farm this encounter a couple of times and you'll get all you need. And we get our lucid shards and we make our way back to the synthesizer to make our dark matter. The problem is that to make the dark matter, we had to use the Gale. And we need the Gale for the Mega Elixir. So now I'm short of Gale. So with a heavy sigh, it's time to go to the end of the world and farm one more of those up real quick. Both here and in real life, it didn't take all that long. So Mega Elixir complete, and now we have the final 3 items on the menu. Also, 30 items complete achievement. Less than 20 to go. Immediately, we are able to make 2 of the 3 of these items. The only thing we can't make right now is the dark matter. But there are still a few out there to find, and we should be able to create at least 1 more dark matter with a minimal amount of farming. So for hopefully the last time, we go off on a world adventure trying to find some things. And here in Winnie the Pooh's world, up on these trees where you do the bouncing game with Tigger and Roo, is one of your dark matters. Additionally, in Agrabah, in that middle area adjacent to Aladdin's house, up on one of these sandstone walls, there is a dark matter in a chest. So now we only need one more. And I do not know that there is one more to find, so we decide to go back to Wonderland and grab the ingredients to make ourselves the last dark matter we need for this. This also includes rolling on over to the end of the world and picking up one more Gale, so that we have everything we need. And with this Gale, we have completed the list. So we go back to Traverse Town, we make ourselves a dark matter, and finally, after so much grinding, we are able to craft the Ultima weapon. And there's our achievement. That one feels good. And now it's time to gear up. So we switch to the Ultima weapon. There is virtually no chance I will change my Keyblade for the rest of this run. And then I start thinking about what I want for my secondary item. And I go back and forth for my other accessories. Do I want an Omega Arts or do I want Crystal Crowns? And ultimately, because I'm doing a physical run, I settle on the Crystal Crowns. So we're going to take a minute here and we're going to go farm up everything we need to make 2 more of those. It shouldn't take too long because it's mostly based around the special Heartless encounters, and we're quite good at those at this point. We get that last Lucid Crystal we need off of a Dark Ball in the Gizmo shop, and at this point we have everything we need. We put on 2 more Crystal Crowns for Sora, and I think at this point I'm pretty happy and done with Synthesis for this game. It's hard for the game to throw anything at you at this point that you will not be able to just outstat with a setup like this. So let's go have a little fun with it now after we get everybody else geared the way we want. We just opened up a lot of fresh accessories for Donald and Goofy to share. And that's good, because late game gearing on Donald and Goofy can be a little bit tricky. You would think that Goofy would just take all the defense stuff and Donald would take all the magic stuff and that'd be it. But the reality is in this game, both Donald and Goofy, you want to kit them out with as much MP as possible. Donald because he's a caster and magic is good. Goofy because late game Goofy build is you customize him to not use any of his abilities that deal damage, and you only have him use the MP gift and the encouragement ability that heals. And so Goofy's magic all goes into being a mana battery to you and Donald, as well as healing you. And that's his role in the encounter. You can put defense on him, but usually he dies anyway, so it's not all that important. But at this moment, everybody is about where I would hope they would be, and so we're going to go to the Colosseum, and we are going to break down the rest of the Hades Cups. By the way, there is an Orichalcum inside this purple thing after you defeat the Hades Cup. Could have saved 5k, not a big deal. But we talk to Phil, we go into the Hades Cup alone, and we start at rank 50. Because we're about to watch the other one, I'll save you some time. Nothing presents much of a challenge, and we blow through this. But it's a pretty good time, and I have a lot of fun doing it. And for completing this, we get Save the Queen, which is probably Donald's best staff. I think it's better than the Synth one, and I'm going to throw it on. Goofy's a bit more of a question mark with the Save the King on the timed one. But that is a decision to make after we do the timed one, which it is time to take care of. So sit back and relax and enjoy 50 rounds of heartless and interesting character beatdown.
Thunder! Take that! Wind! It'll be easier. This is it! Is that supposed to hurt? This is it! Here! Thunder! This is it! Come on! This is it! Take that! Take that! Come on! Take that! Come on! Thunder! That's the power of the Keyblade! Thunder! Thunder! Take that! Come on! Come on! This is it! This is it! Heal!
We did it!
Come on! Come on! Come on! Come on! Come on! Come on! Heal! Here! Thunder! Here! Thunder! 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 We did it! Thunder! Thunder!
It's over!
Come on! This is it!
It's over!
Come on! Come on! Take that! Come on, take that!
Now you got it. Get this!
This is it! This is it! Come on! Take that! Come on! Take that! Take that!
It's over!
Heal!
No way!
Come on! Come on!
Gotta keep going.
Thunder! Thunder! Here! Thunder! Nothing to it. Thunder! Here! This is it! Here! That's the power of the Keyblade! Thunder! 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 That's the power of the Keyblade! Heal! That's the power of the Keyblade!
Take that!
Come on! Heal!
Hey, you having fun yet? That's it. Feel the heat. Hey, you having fun yet? Starting to get warmed up?
Come on!
Take that! Feel the heat. Hey, you having fun yet? That's it.
Come on!
Is it happening?
Nothing to it. Heal! Thunder! 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 Take that! Come on! Heal! Nothing to it. This is it! Thunder! Thunder! Come on! Here! Ha! Ha! Thunder! Come on! Come on! This is it! Come on! Come on! Come on! Defense! This is it! Come on! Come on! Wind!
Not too shabby. Here's our Save the King. And I'm feeling real good on that one. I think it's time to take on something else. And you know, if we're right here, if this is where we are and we're feeling like we want to fight something challenging, then I guess we have to go fight Sephiroth, don't we? I know he's supposed to be the ultimate encounter in this game, and we still have Kurt Ziza out there, as well as the Unknown. But we're ready, and I want to do it. So it's time to make sure we have everything we want on, get our items in place, get our equipment ready, and go take on Sephiroth. So here's my basic setup. It's always nice to be saved and set. I actually have a problem with saving this game way too much. And with items in place, we take a slow walk up the fill. I want that platinum match. Here he is. He's such a cool guy. We're gonna beat him up bad. It's gonna go pretty fast here. He does more abilities than I have time to explain in this video, so I'm going to explain to you my thought process as I'm fighting this boss. In the first phase, he likes to do this horizontal slash, so the way that you get him is you jump over it and then do an aerial swing at him and combo him from like a minimum height jump in the air. Sometimes you can glide in and bait the swing as well, so that's how we start this fight off. Also, always cast arrow. When he gets mad and makes the fire appear, we get out if we can, but if we're already in the middle of a combo, we're just going to keep on going. That's why we got the crystal crowns. That's why we got the levels. But there it is, you just jump over top of that swing, or you can even parry it like that, and he's pretty manageable in this first phase. You know he'll hit his second phase after his HP bar starts taking damage and goes down about a full bar. He'll teleport away and say some send Heartless Angel phrase, and there it is. And if you get hit by that, you're basically down to 1 MP and 1 HP with second chance on. So be ready to just fly at him and swing at him as fast as you can. And if you realize you're not going to get out of that, pop an elixir and pop it like right before it deals the damage to you so that you just immediately get it back. Once we get into the next phase of this encounter, after that starts being cast, he's going to start doing more tricky things, teleporting and coming at you with swirly slashes and making stuff. We just start burning Ars Arcanums at him and doing jump abilities and keeping arrow up and healing. Those are the 4 things in my head. You know, just get jump combos. If you're in danger, use Ars Arcanum, keep your health up, and keep arrow up. And that gets us to transition to this DM pretty quickly. And on the other side of it, I realize how much MP and health I have, and I just start burning resources. I see his health, we're just going to melt it down. And that's Sephiroth. Poor guy. Leave Aerith alone. There's a Keyblade we won't use. Hey, there's an Ansem report. We like those.
For the Keyblade.
And here is our Sephiroth achievement. At this point, we only have 16 achievements left to go. And quite a few of them are tied to finishing the game, so closing in fast. Speaking of which, let's get some levels. It's time to start grinding XP. And the best way to do that is to put as many XP items on your friends as possible, and after clearing the timed Hades Cup, you can choose your opponent. So you just keep fighting the Rock Titan over and over and over, and it gives you an incredible amount of XP. So I'm going to spend 30-45 minutes, maybe close to an hour, just fighting Rock Titan. It takes about a minute to do this fight, and you get thousands of XP on top of the tech points you get just for hitting the boss. And it's really low effort, so you can kind of zone out and just watch Netflix. This is how you grind XP in Kingdom Hearts. This is the fastest, easiest way to get to max level. So let's speed this up for you a bit while I watch something on Hulu and we get some high levels. And now we're level 95, and that's pretty cool. So we decide to move on and do some other things real quick. Namely, I want to fight Kurt Zisa. But first, Cloud has something to say. Hell yeah. What he wanted to say was violence. So let's make our way over to Kurt. And now I'm just going to quickly make sure all of my stuff is set. I have the right items on, I have the right equipment. Well, the equipment's pretty much static for the rest of the game now. But I want to make sure I just have everything as I want it for abilities. And once I'm prepped, we're going to go fight him up. So here's Kurt Ziza. He's a weird fight. He's one of those fights that you kind of have to respect his mechanics, but he gives you 1,000 ways around them. For example, the first thing he does in this encounter is locks you out of being able to use your magic by making those 2 hand orbs. However, you can put arrow up immediately and just have the best magic effect on you for this phase. The point of this phase is to beat up the hand orbs and break them, and once you do that, you'll stun the boss and get an opportunity to swing at his actual health. And that's done by hitting his head, which will flop around and dodge and flail throughout this entire phase. But then he gets up, and eventually he goes into his other phase. He's kind of a seesaw back and forth between anti-magic and anti-physical. So once he gets up, if he was anti-magic before, he'll now be anti-physical, and he has this shield around him as he floats around and does things. And the way you get through it is you cast magic at it. I like to use Thunder. So we just keep moving around, dodging things. We have access to our magic, so using Cure is available, keeping Arrow up is available, and getting Thunders off as we find space for them to get through this shield. I'm not thinking about all of the orbs flying at me and all of the tornadoes around me. I'm just kind of dodging what I can see to dodge. There's not too much manual thought process that goes into that. Ragnarok is a really good ability to use on that head, because all those orbs will hit. Here we know that the anti-magic is coming back in, we get the arrow re-upped. In this fight, Seesaw's back. There is one more ability to take into account, and here it is. After the boss hits a certain HP threshold, it will start doing this, I don't know, helicopter move where it spins and becomes this whirling dervish of blades, and it will come at you either horizontally or vertically. If it comes at you vertically, you want to dodge roll to the side, and if it comes at you horizontally, you want to jump over top of it or dodge roll underneath it. I do a really bad job of getting away from it, but we're also a high enough level that we're able to utilize other methods like having high stats and elixirs to get through it. You can use Ragnarok on these hands to get through them a little faster if you're having a hard time with the accuracy and dodge. especially if you're having a hard time finding attack opportunities amidst the helicopter spin and all of the other crazy moves coming at you. But we have a couple of elixirs left, we still can heal ourselves a bunch. There's a bit of a longevity attrition aspect to this encounter, but if you stay consistent and you execute the general mechanics and you're not super inaccurate, you should be able to push through. And that's Kurt Zizo. Good stuff. Zantazukin's a good ability, and we need those Ansem reports to finish things off. $15 to go. Alright. I think that is where we're going to call this episode for today. We are very close to being done with this game. We have some journal aspects to complete. I'm going to go fight the unknown. We have a couple of staves and shields to go collect. I believe a couple of keyblades as well. And then I don't think there's anything else between us and the end of the game. So at that point, we'll go finish the rest of the story, let you see the grand conclusion of Kingdom Hearts 1. And then the next video after that is going to be a beginner mode playthrough, trying to get done as fast as possible without changing any of our equipment. After that, I'm probably going to move on to Chain of Memories, and I'm really excited for that thought. So I would expect next video to be the last video in the Proud Mode series, and then a lengthier one after that for beginner mode, and then we'll be moving on to Chain of Memories. Looking forward to it very, very much. But if you've watched this one up to this point, I want to say thanks so much for hanging out. And until next time, be good to each other, y'all.